some great initiations with the Wild Charge, but a lot of times too, it's used to peel and save the team, and you have that actually in a couple different heroes here for Burmese Ghouls. So if Twisted Minds is thinking like, yeah, let's come out swinging, let's try to get these setups here. Well, then that's the thing that Burmese Ghouls, like, I'm expecting them to kind of adapt, right? You use the Wild Charge if you have to. You can use the Terrify mechanic with having the Valentina there for you. You can even use the Spatial Migration, like, in a way to kind of help the team either initiate or disengage. And so there's a lot of things that can fall into place here.
Definitely. And I like both picks here. We do see the aggression coming from Burmese Ghouls, so I think that's something we'll have to keep an eye on, Naisu, is that how does Twist Minds respond to Burmese Ghouls being match point? They're good. Like, this should be the make it or break it for Twisted Minds, and they're going to be bringing everything to the Phygital games of the future. This match is the make it or break it. Now, going into it, the fear factor, I think, is what was there, but again, you can kind of see Burmese Ghouls not running back completely what they did first round, right? They're still bringing in some of that diversity, and I think that is what might catch Twisted Minds off guard, right? They're almost playing exactly similar to last game. Like you were saying, I do think it is Maro's redemption arc here. He needs to come into this game thinking about what the draft that just came from Burmese Ghouls. You got to make sure to not walk into certain areas and keep that in mind. But we're going to get into the game.
That's the biggest way to put it, G. You got to be able to not get caught out here for Maro and really try to find these lockdowns here. So we're going to be loading up as we jump into the Land of Dawn. Once again, it's match point here. Burmese Ghouls in this best of 3. It's a single elimination match. Twisted Minds has to stay into the game here. And with the draft that they have, are they in position? Once again, Saksa in that jungle on the Guinevere. And across from him, man, we, of course, have 7 Oda on this Fredrin again. We'll see how this kind of unfolds and what the pacing is going to be here for both these teams.
I do think that kind of just building upon, like, 2 aggressive teams going at it, I think Twisted Minds has to take a step back, right? Burmese Ghouls controls that aggression. They have a great controlled aggression, and Twisted Minds is just going to have to play a little passive here. They need to come online and stay and keep Burmese Ghouls at bay. If they can just essentially bait them, not lose too much, and keep them at bay, I think the passive play is the correct approach, and we can already see that coming from Maro, right? He's not being as vision aspect as he used to be last time. He's going to apply the pressure in the EXP lane, because we were seeing that Delar was just going insane against Mike there. And I think that we need to utilize the Yuzong quite a bit from Twisted Minds, right? That's the only response we really have to the Bruno.
Yeah, and with that, still the focus on the top lane already, looking for that first blood. Delar, the flicker out will be just fine, but this is what we're talking about, the pressure, right, from Twisted Minds, the lineup that they have. Even with that, Nico trying to get the combination off when he had that unoffended stolen over from Maro. But now with that, first turtle is going to be up here for both teams to go ahead and start up. Burmese Ghouls getting in position. Blink not having that level 4, doesn't have the Wild Charge yet. Dragon Form going to be used by Mike, pushing Saksa back. Nico tries to jump in. There's the Wild Charge, though. 7 Oda able to secure it. Now Saksa on the run as he gets taken down. First blood from Mike.
This is good. Twisted Minds able to get the first blood here. Burmese Ghouls being put at bay, right? And I feel like the Gwyn, right? The Gwyn is it's more of the assassin type of jungle. It can get in, get out, and you have to utilize it like that, right? And I think from the side of Twisted Minds, having that utility jungle is going to keep Burmese Ghouls at bay. Now, to response, I think Burmese Ghouls needs to press even harder against Twisted Minds, because you can already see that the passive plays are happening from them, and they're just keeping Burmese Ghoul at bay. Economically, not too bad. Burmese Ghouls keeping it up, as well as Twisted Minds even securing that first blood. Not too much of an impact in the overall gold lead here. We see an engage.
Okay. Yeah, as we jump in, Saksa, though, able to survive. Whoa, there's the pole, though. I'm offended, going to find the connection they were looking for. Now going to be caught under the wall. Maro's going to be the one to fall. 7 Oda going to be the next target. Goes in with the Brazer's Wrath. Still trying to hold on. Able to scoot on under the turret and will survive. That was a crazy trade. I mean, we lost it for a second, but we came back, and it was just a fight going for it.
It was like a rabbit being pulled out of a hat right there. We were like, what's going down? And then bam, they hit us. And Burmese Ghouls showing Twisted Mind what they're bringing to the Land of Dawn here. That was a good go by Burmese Ghouls. And it just goes to show that they have a really solid front line. And oh my God. Wow.
Mike was just taken out. Yeah, that was very quick. Again,
KO'd.
Laying things together. Yeah, getting KO'd there. But still, Burmese Ghouls trying to find this lead that they can. Maro going to go in with I'm offended. Nico, look at the damage. The burst is there as Nico's going to be the one to fall. And now it's Blink going to be the focus. The next target gets shattered down, but will be able to survive for now. Delar trying to help him out. Turtle's going to be up. Oh, Nico out of the picture. They have to carefully approach this. Mike, Sama also their Coffin in position. There we go. The Glaciers coming down, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get the position they were looking for. Delar now going to be working on it. There's the Violent Requiem. Turtle going to be screwed. Saksa, he's able to pull it through. Still going. Cuffin's going to be the one to fall now. 7 Oda there. Jumps in. Wall's going to come down, but the flicker follows through. Delar looking for the kill on Mike. Gets dragged down. Back to it. Nico gets the kill, though. No one falls for Burmese Ghouls. 2 down for Twisted Minds.
And I think they might want to take out Maro here as well. KO punches coming out. Able to secure the kill for Nico there. Burmese Ghouls now showing that same aggression that we've seen into the last game. And I got to give it up to him, right? That was crazy. The Black Dragon utilized by Twisted Minds was their key. They were attempting to try to zone out and instill fear into Burmese Ghouls utilizing that Black Dragon, and it just wasn't there. They didn't give up the pressure. They were like, I don't care about that dragon in the sky. Bring it at me. Utilize that Violent Requiem to set him up, and then not only utilizing that spatial migration to come in and hit the retreat on the turtle was just crazy from the side of Burmese Ghouls.
For Twisted Minds, once again, in this a position where they're finding themselves economically falling behind, right? This is tough. Big item pickups here, too, for Burmese Ghouls. Berserker's Fury there. And also to deal with some of the sustainability from Twisted Minds already with the Halberd. So they're still going to be working on it. The resources are also going to be taken through here. Burmese Ghouls, when they have the lead, this is what they like to do, right? They like to continuously put the pressure here. Pay attention to Blink. A lot of the times he's going to be doing exactly what he has to with this Grok pick, and he will be decisive enough to use that wild charge when he needs to. There's the jump in, though. Maro could be in trouble if they commit further. He's quite tanky himself, so right now, nothing but it's Twisted Minds holding on to the pressure. Concealed play going to be used. Blink's still there, providing the vision with this Grok. Turret's going to fall, though. Tier 2 in the bottom lane. And there's nothing right now that Twisted Minds can do. Turtle's going to spawn, though.
Yeah, I mean, Twisted Minds, they attempted to do what I was saying earlier on. Keep that passive play in mind and try to secure some of the neutral objectives. But I do think they have lost, they kind of tunnel vision into that aspect and trying to figure out how to counter the aggressiveness of Burmese Ghouls is the play here for Twisted Minds. They're being pushed back against that wall once again, being forced to mount up defenses. I like their play right here. They're attempting to try to take something. If they can't get the turtle, maybe we can take a tower. Oh, they might be able to get a pick here in the bottom lane.
Well, still going to be working on it. That's Delar going to be in trouble. Flickers out, though. He's able to survive. The 1-2. Delar survives despite a full-on focus, plus the turtle taken for Burmese Ghouls.
That, man, I thought they were going to get a pick and a turret, but we do see Burmese Ghouls clapping back.
Clapping back they do. They get a kill. They're happy about Burmese Ghouls furthering the lead they had. Malefic Roar picked up by Stitch. The damage department's going to hurt here. And right now, Twisted Minds backs completely against the wall under the 10-minute mark. It's looking dire here. Still, Maro going to jump in. I'm offended. Still, the wild charge comes through, too. It's a mega kill already for Nico. And Twisted Minds down the roamer, trying to hold on to these shields the best they can on these last turrets into the base.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give it up to Nico there. We see Marl trying to come in to get a great I'm offended set, and then Nico like, hold up, I'm offended that you just tried to offend me, and then pulled back the clap there, and that just allowed Burmese Ghouls to just keep scaling. The economic lead is definitely in the favor of Burmese Ghouls and Twisted Minds. What I think they're really lacking compared to last game is I don't know if they have that defense that they can mount.
Oh, once again, conceal play going to be used. Mike going to be the focus. Still surviving for now. Wild charge goes through. Blink gets the kill. What a play. Now Morrow going to be in trouble. Goes in. Another flicker as Morrow falls. 2 down under the turret of Twisted Minds. Still, Burmese Ghouls unrelentless here as they assault parts of the base. Still working on the turrets, though. Twisted Minds, what can they do? Trying to hold on here. 10,000 gold behind. Turret's going to be worked on. Delar in position. The 1-2 punch. It is deadly, but they're going to get the turret. They're happy with it. Might get the mid as well.
Yeah, I think they're going to take as much as they possibly can here just before they back off and take the Lord. Are they going to actually... So they're not even worried about the Lord. They're like, go ahead and go solo that Saksa. We'll keep them at bay. Keep them pressed against the wall. Maybe take another turret here. And Twisted Mind is trying to find a lead somewhere that they can stop Burmese Ghouls' pressure. And I think it's just tough, right? I feel like the Cuffin is going to have to utilize that Frigid Glacier to do something. The Black Dragon also could be utilized to mount up a defense. Again, this is only the first Lord, so it's not enhanced, but Twisted Minds is wide open at this point. They're going to have to...
Gee, you know what is enhanced now?
Burmese Ghouls.
I think anybody can answer that right now. I mean, with this lead, man, it is deadly. And it's the same thing that happened in the previous game. And even more enhanced is Delar. Malefic Roar just picked up. Pressure going to be here. They're holding on to this bottom turret. Yeah, it's the first Lord. But at this point, when you have this kind of lead, man, it's tough to deal with, right? Burmese Ghouls completely controlling this pace just like they did in the previous game. So now going to be working for it. Lord in the mid lane. Twisted Minds, the work cut out for him. They have to pull out some kind of miracle here if they can stay into it. Dragon Form going to be popped. Delar on the bat side might be looking for his own entry point. They're going to try to hold on the best they can. Clear the waves out.
Keep an eye on
Turret's going to be worked on. It's going to be going. Saxon could be in trouble. Goes in. Wild charge. Not going to find the connection they're looking for. Delar waiting patiently on the backside. Looking for his own entry point. Goes in with a 1-2 punch. Gets a couple off. Has to flicker out, though. Lord finally going to get worked on. Taken down by Twisted Mind. Still holding on. Morrow, though, goes in with the I'm offended. There's the glacier they're looking for. But they lose a couple bodies in the making. Cuffin's next. Passive going to be popping. He's going to go down. Now Burmese Ghouls looking to take Twisted Minds out. Still working on the base, but they want to get Mike. They take him out, and now it's only Sano. Base going to be worked on, and Burmese Ghouls will sweep this series 2-0, sending Twisted Minds out.
Sending Twisted Minds home. Burmese Ghouls showing that they are fierce competition in the digital games of the future. Wow. Sweaty hands from my side.
My goodness, dude. That was enhanced gameplay right there, dude. What? Like, I mean, that was scary because that was, like you mentioned, that was the first Lord, man. That was